Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome for the first time. Today's video, I am going to talk about my habit tracker in my Commonplace book because it is December 1st and I am ready to create my habit tracker for December. So I thought I would share that with you. But first I wanted to show you what my September habit tracker looks like. And I just felt like September was like a really good one to share. So what is a habit tracker? It is to track your progress in making some things into a habit, basically something that you want to do every day. That's pretty much it. And it just helps you to like accomplish certain goals. So in September, my habit tracker habits that I wanted to document and track were Spanish, and this would be studying my Spanish lessons, right? Studying French, studying Korean, getting up at 7 a.m. because I really struggled with getting up, and I started to feel that the days that I woke up late and I would just show up really disheveled when I would show up at my office, it would just like really have an impact on my whole day. So I wanted to get up early enough to make myself presentable for work and look decent and have a good day. So that was my goal. Journaling, I wanted journal to become a habit. And so I wanted to journal every day or at least 5 days a week, exercise/walk, and drinking 28 ounces or more of water. So at the bottom here, I would have the goals. Okay, so what was my end goal for the month? So my end goal was to read one book in Spanish. For French, my goal was to read one book in French. For Korean, it was to get through lesson 17 in my Talk to Me in Korean lessons. My goal for waking up at 7 a.m. was to wake up on time and look presentable for work. My journal goal was to do 5 days a week on average of writing in my journal. For my exercise walk goal was to walk at least 30 minutes every day, outside in good weather, treadmill in bad weather, and my drinking water was drink at least 28 ounces of water a day. So at the end of the month, I, excuse me, talk about my results. So EOM results, end of month results. Okay, so this is whether I achieved these goals or not. So Spanish, accomplished. I did read a book in Spanish. Same with French, accomplished. Korean, I got through lesson 12. So it was not accomplished. Let's see, goal number 4 of waking up on time, that was accomplished. Journaling, the average was 4 days a week. Walking, I did 1 hour, 18 days, and I lost 2 pounds. And water, I just wrote down that I forgot some days. Over here, I have my observations. Overall, what did I learn? What did I learn this month, and what were my observations? So my first one is, you can see that my momentum was lost halfway through. So you see a lot of these squares, I was like pumped, inspired. And then right about the halfway mark of the month, I just dropped off, and you don't see as much color as here, obviously. I just got into a bit of a slump. My other observation was in my Korean studies, I did not reach my goal because I just kept getting stuck on the same lessons. And I found that as I was trying to reach this goal, I was going through lessons faster than I should have. So I wasn't absorbing the material. So then when I would go on to the next lesson, because I didn't have a good grasp on the last one, then the next lesson was a bit of a struggle, and then the next one. And so I was rushing too fast to try to get through those lessons and wasn't really learning what I should have been. Okay, the other observation was that on the days that I did walk, I preferred to walk for an hour a day instead of a half hour. And the other observation was during this month, I used various resources for my Spanish and French. So not just reading books, but I was watching YouTubes in French and Spanish. I was watching Netflix TV shows in Spanish and French. I was listening to music and adding some artists on my Pandora stations to absorb a little bit more Spanish and French. So those were my observations for the month. So I am ready to create my habit tracker for the month of December. So I figured I would bring you along for that. So I just have my pen and let's see if this works. I left my other ruler at my office. So I have this ruler, and this is what I use for sewing and for crafts. So it should work, but it's just like a bit big and clunky. So let's get over to my December. And hopefully I can do this with you guys. And this is just a little bit different to try to do it from this angle, but I'm gonna do this for you. Okay, so the first thing I do is I come from this side and I count out how many squares are for the month. So December has 31 days, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 20, 22, 30, 31. So I'll make a little mark there. And so I'll put my ruler here. Try to line it up best I can. Okay. I'm gonna go all the way down on this one. All the way down on this side. Okay. And then across this way. And how many lines you put here depends on how many habits you're tracking during the month. So I know Spanish is going to be one. French, Korean, I'm going to do my journal, my, let's see, exercise and water. I feel like my lines are coming a little crooked because it's hard for me to do this at the angle I'm standing, so it's not going to be as neat as usual. So we have Spanish, French, Korean, exercise, journal, water. I think that's it, but let me go ahead and put another line just in case I'm missing something. Okay. So now we're gonna try to make this kind of neat. This is the hard part, I think, is doing the individual squares. Oh no, I do need that extra line now that I think of it. Because the first one is gonna have your habits, the title, that's the title line. So, and now I'm gonna make the individual squares. So now I have to go down one more. I love this grid paper. It makes it so easy. I would not be able to do this otherwise. So I just love this Commonplace book, which is a, see, I already forgot what kind it is. What is it? Let me see if it says in the back here. Exceed, okay, it's Exceed. So the paper is nice. It's like perfect for writing. I think I love this kind of paper. I like that it's cream colored. I like that it is the dot graph. I like that it's got a pocket in the back. It's got 2 ribbon markers. It's got numbered pages. It's got a couple pages set up for an index. I mean, this is by far one of the best Commonplace books I have ever worked with, and I do plan to continue to use this one. See what happens when I try to draw a straight line. Oh my gosh, I'm getting there. Slow and steady. Like, I am not artistic. I do not have like a steady hand. It's just not, I can hardly hold, look at that. Oh, goodness gracious. But you know, one good thing about the Commonplace books, it's not, well, it's not usually for other people to see, right? This is for your own personal use, so it doesn't have to look perfect or special. I mean, if you're artsy and you want to be all fancy with it and you have gorgeous handwriting and a steady hand and you can draw, I mean, you can do so much, but me, this is just gonna be pretty basic for me, obviously, because I just want to track. That's all I want to do. Yep. We're almost there. And 2. Oh, all right, I can't believe it's December already. Like, where are these months going? I'm just not ready. All right, so hopefully I did this right. And as I have mentioned in one of my previous videos, I like to highlight first and then write, so that my writing is not all smeared, right? I don't like to write it first and then highlight it and then smear my ink all over the place. So that's why I am highlighting these squares now, and I like to use different colors because that's about the extent of my creativity, I guess. Okay, and then we'll do blue and there. All right, so we have that going. Now we are going to label this. I already have Habit Tracker December 2023. I have it written on my side here. So here, I'm going to write habits, okay? And then number the days of the month. That's Christmas. 7, 8, 9, 30, and New Year's Eve. Whew, okay. So then, as you know, I'm gonna put these here. So I'm gonna put Korean first. Honestly, I feel like that's the one that I need to focus on a lot more this month. And French, Spanish, then journal, exercise, and water. This. Okay. And then about halfway down here, and halfway is about what, the 15th, right? The 15th of the month. I'm gonna make a line here. So here. And then I'll use, I like green. I think my green is running low actually. So here I will put my goals. Like, do I want to get to a certain lesson in my Korean studies? Do I want to watch a certain number of French TV shows or read a book in French? Do I want to learn so many songs in French? Same thing with Spanish. Journaling, do I want to have a 5-day-a-week average or anything like that? How frequently do I want to exercise in a week? For how long? Do I have any weight loss goals? And water. I'm going to put it at 28. Just because 28 plus, 28 ounces or more. Because since September, I still haven't been able to achieve the 28 ounces or more a day. So like just sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'm drinking so many other things, like wine. No, but yeah, wine, coffee, smoothies, but I just want to be able to drink a lot more water. Okay, and then here are my end of month results. Did I achieve these here goals? And then over here, observations. What did I learn? Okay. So squiggly, 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 and squiggly. You like how artsy I am? Okay, so there you have it. And actually, I can go ahead and fill in a couple of these because I already did some of my stuff December 1st. Okay, I did not do any Korean, but I did French. So that's just how I colored it. And I just did squigglies. And then I try to make sure colors aren't touching so I can easily see the individual squares. So I did study Spanish. I completed a journal entry. And let's use this one. Did I exercise? No, I didn't exercise, but I drank a lot of water. Okay. So that is December 1st filled out, and I will continue all the way through, but I'm not going to write the goals out right this second. But this is just to show you how easy it is to set up your own habit tracker in your Commonplace book and how to use it. And I mean, this is amazing. This is almost like so instrumental for me in tracking what it is I'm trying to accomplish in a month and holding myself accountable. And I can very easily see at the end of the month whether I was really being laissez-faire about my goals, if I was being lazy, if I was just letting so many things slide. And I can tell, especially on the weekends, I look at my other months and I can see the weekends, a lot of things weren't getting done. I wasn't doing my studies, I wasn't exercising, I wasn't remembering the water. So I could see very visual, it's so visual at a glance, what your patterns are and what you need to work on. So I hope this helped you in some way with your own habit tracker and your own Commonplace book. So thank you so much for joining me and being with me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.